Hi, everyone, and welcome into another episode of Joshing Around Milwaukee. My name is Josh Albrecht, and with me, as always, is...
Hey, it's Josh Albrecht.
That's right, Josh Albrecht and Josh Albrecht, and we are very excited today to have on our guests, Shalina and Fidel, and from TRUE Skool. Thank you, both of you, so much for being here. So much to talk about TRUE Skool, but first, as we always like to do on the podcast and on the show, we want to get to know you guys. So you guys are co-executive directors of TRUE Skool. But tell us a little bit about how you guys got to this point of where you are within the city doing this program in Milwaukee.
All the way back.
Go ahead.
Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and just, got a lot of pride in my city. It's one of those things where you shout out the neighborhood you grew up from and the high school you went to and all those other things, and just come from a background of always wanting to be helpful. Somehow, some way, every path of work, from the YMCA to the Latino Community Center and so on, has always been centered around education, youth engagement, creativity, and liberation work. So it's kind of just, it's like the path was laid before me in some ways. And, I'll kind of leave that there.
Yeah, that's good. Very similarly, we have both local background, and we come from large families that are active in the city, laid a path before us to be able to be helpful and also build community. I'm an artist and all forms, all fashions of it. And so being an artist that comes from a lineage of artists and educators, I saw no other way. I only saw life as art and learning through art and culture. And so creating a model where young people have a voice, or young people have a say-so, all the voice, all the say-so, that's hip-hop culture. And that's where we come from. And so being a hip-hop artist in all the fashions, all the ways, all the elements over the years, growing up in Milwaukee, knowing the power of this phenomenon, maybe even 15 years ago, knowing it would be in colleges. I knew it would be in high schools. I knew it would be a teaching tool. And I just didn't know all the details of how that would work out. But I was getting in trouble for writing raps in school, in middle school. I was getting in trouble for creating freestyle. I got in trouble for breakdancing in fourth grade, in the coat room. And so, those are legendary moments for me in my life. And it was what got me here.
What were you breakdancing to? Do you remember the song?
It was just breakdance. It was no
just
song.
Is.
It was just no song.
It was in his head.
Yeah, indeed. We were just showing off moves in the morning.
He was the song.
They called home and everything. And my parents were like, what are you tripping for? He's breakdancing in the coat room. That's what he's supposed to be doing. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, and then how did you guys come together to kind of come up with this idea of TRUE Skool?
Well, I just want to say it's super interesting because even when Fidel's we have a lot of similarities, we didn't know each other in those similarities. So a lot of times we'll be telling stories and it's dang, I got a really close version of that. And, I think we even have the same number of siblings. And, it's just a lot of fun similarities that made it super easy, or I'll say possible. Nothing's ever easy, but it just made a lot of sense that once we did start working with each other, there was a lot of synergy. There were definitely things that we learned from each other, but I think that foundation that led us to just being the heads of TRUE Skool really allowed us to do some really great work. Let's put it that way. So education being a big thing and hip hop culture being a big thing, we both had our experiences in Milwaukee public schools and kind of redefining education and using our own experiences to what worked, what was difficult. Fidel just told a story about how he got in trouble for breakdancing. Oh boy, did I get in trouble a lot in school. And I was probably more of I'm going to skip school to be creative. But I really loved learning. And so it was really contradicting for me. So I would, I used to tell my mom, when I grow up, I'm going to be somebody that teaches teachers how to teach, because I just knew something was not sitting right in the classroom. And so I had forgot about that. And my mom reminded me not too long ago, remember when we used to say that? Because I kind of feel like you're doing it now. And I'm wow, I am actually doing that now. But Years ago, we were both circling around the Latino Community Center in different ways. And that was kind of our first time being able to be in the same space, contributing to a community center that was impacting not just young people, but the employees that work there, and then even the community around it, which I think is our goal now at TRUE Skool. Like we say, we serve youth, families, and communities, and quite intentionally, we're thinking about how to make that very holistic, so that as we're helping to strengthen a young person where they're at right now through creativity, through emotional wellness, through mental health, through hip hop culture, through education, that we're also saying, let us also empower you within your family and within your community, within your traditional educational settings. So I think it was, 15 years ago that we started working together about that.
So TRUE Skool had already been existing for a few years before the two of you came together. Did you come together at first through the experiences at TRUE Skool, or was it outside at the Latino Center or somewhere else when you first met?
The Latino Community Center. And so we were both around when TRUE Skool was forming. So TRUE Skool is a result of a culture that exists in the city. TRUE Skool is a result of hip hop practitioners and people who are already invested in the community. It's really a part of the culture to uplift the community. And so we had different roles in the inception of TRUE Skool, and then over the years working with each other, just kind of like lifted it up together.
And 10 years ago almost, we decided there should be a co-directorship. And that was unheard of in our realm.
Sure.
We had to do a lot of research. We had to do a lot of flipping over tables and figuring it out because that's a shift in leadership. That's a shift in tradition. That's a shift in power dynamic.
Yeah.
And to be able to do it and say it and model it well, our whole goal was to sort of think about how we could shift the culture, so quote unquote, of nonprofit, of community work, youth advocacy, et cetera, in this environment, but even beyond. Milwaukee is one of those places that, as we know, has national eyes on it. It's always in the national news. It's always conversations about this little old great place by the Great Lake, And so us thinking really visionary about what our model could look like as a use case for other people. How do you get this thing right? How do you do hip hop education in after school, out of school settings? How do you do it year round? How do you do it with partners that are in unlikely different sectors where you end up pipelining and pathwaying young people into different careers where they still get to be dope, they still get to be DJs, they still get to do what they're naturally gifted at, but they also have new opportunities opening up. Hip hop is about entrepreneurship. It's about self-determination, like creating something out of nothing and making your own lingo, your own language, your own lane. And so not taking what is said to work, but kind of figuring out how to take that and remix it into something new. And that's what we took TRUE Skool as, in sense of business development. How do we take it and turn it into something new? And one of those things starts with like leadership. And even looking around, you let me know how many organizations look like this at the top.
Not many.
Yeah, exactly.
Not many. I really applaud the selflessness, the cooperative thinking there, right? Because many people would put themselves before the organization, before the mission. But the two of you came together and said, no, we feel like the best way.
We've all seen the results of that.
Yeah.
We've all seen the results of that hierarchy, so quote unquote, or the bottleneck of what happens when there's one person who's the whatever. And it's a team thing, and we always tell people TRUE Skool is a family, and we really work to show and prove that to our young people so they get to model that cooperation, they get to model that teamwork as well.
And we're going to talk about some of the examples of just all the things that TRUE Skool does when we come back on Joshing Around Milwaukee. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Joshing Around Milwaukee. We're having a great time with Fidel and Shalina here from TRUE Skool. And, guys, we just got done hearing the awesome story of your guys' upbringing, both being from Milwaukee, kind of coming together, changing things, flipping tables, as you said, Fidel, and making TRUE Skool into the successful program it is today. Tell us a little bit more about TRUE Skool itself, some examples of what you guys all do for the young people that are able to participate.
Oh, well, we have a large focus on high school age youth, and we have a couple seasons throughout the year where we engage them after school sessions, invites them into just actually we're your neighbors from where we're at right now. We're downtown just below the TJ Maxx or Foot Locker. So if there's any parents that are looking to enroll their young people in the fall, please go to TRUESchool.org. That's TRUESKOOL.org. And there's a registration link. But so these high school age youth are welcome to participate in a 10-week session where they can have access to creative arts courses. We call them creative trades. So music production, DJing, visual art, breakdancing, mixed media, including photography, videography, and what am I missing? Live band, and then podcasting, and then MC poetry. So they got some options. And the beautiful part is the 10-week session is not a drop-in session. They're starting and they're finishing. That helps us to develop their confidence, their ability to start and complete something, their ability to build community within, just the peers that they're with in these different cohorts, which then promotes cross-collaboration and really expands what it means to be a collaborative creative, going back to that like co-ED model where it's trickling down to the way we create the experience for everybody. And then they get to do this amazing showcase. Now, these young people get to come back over and over again throughout their high school career. They're able to experience different classes and figure out what they love the best and concentrate their efforts there. But they're not limited ever. But the thing that every young person, regardless of what their creative interest is, that experience is what we call true knowledge. And so we bring in the true knowledge. We might get into that mental health, emotional wellness, maybe environmental justice, maybe architecture design. We definitely have partners from all over the city that come in and talk to our young people about the great work that they're doing and how they can get involved, which then helps us to like diversify the pathways of what opportunities in Milwaukee are. You can go to traditional next level school. You can go to traditional pathways to workforce. We can help you sharpen this entrepreneurial understanding of how to be a creative individual within any pathway that you choose, which we think is important, especially when we're trying to develop the next leadership for Milwaukee. And then over the summer, which we are in session right now, they can participate in what we call Creative Entrepreneurial Opportunities, CEO sessions. And that's where Fidel mentioned that deep dive into like entrepreneurship. I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, so right now we have about 15, 18 students that are part of a paid internship. So during the summertime, they're getting business development as creative entrepreneurs. What does it look like to put a portfolio together and have a resume that's sharp and have an elevator pitch and know how to write an invoice at 14 years old because they're doing gigs these days at 14 years old. And they're in a whole different economy of peer-to-peer gig, freelance work, and it's real. Sometimes they walk in and they're already doing business. They all walk in and they're already a walking enterprise and they're just getting into high school. And they're already doing film and music and, doing,
because they got a phone.
Yeah. And the beautiful part about it is we get a chance to also work with established artists in the city that our teaching artist network and also other professionals that we're able to commission as TRUE Skool, a creative agency. We're able to work with so many different partners. Again, we're located downtown, so that gives so many different organizations and entities access to what we do. And that means having young people get paid apprentice and intern and coach up opportunities, shadowing opportunities with professionals. And that could be visual arts with mural installations. That could be DJing, a block party / back to school barbecue, which we're about to do this evening. That could be a breakdance gig. It's a lot of different ways that people also hire out our services. So not only do we do our after school and summer in-house sessions with young people that prepares them to be a part of the next cohort of paid commissioned artists. So we have a great network of alumni. Big shout out to all the TRUE Skool alumni out there who are still very much engaged, who still come and give back to the organizations. They do fundraisers for the organization, and they see themselves in those seats still. And it also gives our 14, 15, the fresh faces, it gives them something to shoot for. They see these young alumni who are entrepreneurs, who are successful. Sometimes they're going back into education. They're doing a lot of great things in the city, and that's their new network. That's their new community. And so we're teaching them how to asset map in the city and beyond. What does that look like? Milwaukee was just voted the #1 creative place on the planet.
Yeah. Well, and
That's
obviously,
all of ours.
True School, part of the reason why.
That's why. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Josh.
I got you. I think that it's really awesome, too, that you guys just put out there an opportunity for these kids, kind of like yourselves, to where, you go through the normal education process, but that doesn't mean that necessarily you're getting to spark that passion that might exist. So you guys take it the next level of just doing like here's a hobby, but actually pursuing a hobby and helping these kids see a way to turn that passion into a way of life.
That's right.
Which is truly incredible. And
Because
one
what
of those,
profession on earth didn't start as a hobby to somebody at some
it's
point?
a great point. It's absolutely a great point. And there's going to be an upcoming event where you guys are going to be highlighting that, the Summer Park Jam Weekend, which we are going to tell you about and give you more info when we come back on Joshing Around Milwaukee. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Joshing Around Milwaukee. We're having an awesome time with Fidel and Shalina from TRUE Skool. Awesome information and just stories from you guys with TRUE Skool and all the things that you guys do for these young adults. And you guys have a awesome event coming up as well. Summer Park Jam Weekend, August 14th and 15th at the Marcus Performing Arts Center. Tell us about Summer Park Jam Weekend.
Summer Park Jam Weekend. This is our 9th year doing this partnership with the Marcus Center. And we're super proud to be in partnership with the Marcus Center because they're a world-class venue. Let's just be clear. They're downtown on the river. Everybody went there when their kids going to field trips and seeing great shows, great performances. You never know what's going to be at the Marcus Center. So 9 years ago, we had a conversation about this great city of festivals and what would it look like to have a hip-hop culture festival downtown Milwaukee, across the street from City Hall. We have one of the best, 2-day experiences now that has grown to, that we like to say is an extension of our year-round TRUE Skool sessions.
Yes.
During the summer, we do our CEO sessions where we're doing coach-ups with creative entrepreneurs and young people, bringing in professionals throughout the city. On the 14th of August, we'll have a public CEO session where there are creative entrepreneurs that will be coming from far and wide to come and get not only a power networking amongst each other, but then also get real game and information from folks that have done it. Successful entrepreneurs from our backyard. We like to lift up Milwaukee folks. We're bringing in guests from out of town, but we are always intentional about, hey, does anybody know that they're from Milwaukee? Does anybody, these people that may be viral, they may have quietly created a movement or done something very special in the digital space or somewhere within the social media, or we could even think just creative entrepreneurship in general. You can come down to the CEO session and learn from folks who have done it, get hands-on information, learn their journey. We have the Crash Dummies, who are a viral sensation podcast right now. They are home produced right here in our Milwaukee backyard. We have Unfinished Legacy, who doing international business and branding with iconic people. They're from Milwaukee. They met at TRUE Skool during one of the summer sessions.
As teenagers.
Yeah. They're a living example of all this greatness we're speaking of. And we have DJ Rob Swift, who is not only one of the illest turntablists, internationally known DJ battle champion, he's also a professor and a scholar and has wrote a book called The City of Hip Hop and talks about the Bronx and New York around the time when hip hop was birthed. 2023, there was a big worldwide craze of the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Okay. And so Rob and his counterpart wrote a book about what was going on in New York 50, 60 years ago. How did this thing even come about to create this phenomenon that's now a worldwide craze called hip hop culture? So that Friday is about education, it's about business and that side of the industry, the business and the education.
Yep. And our young people will be showcasing what they completed over the summer as well.
Yep. So we're having a youth expo. It's free, open to the community, 12 to 4 p.m. during Friday. It's a business day. We're inviting local entrepreneurs, startups, companies. You're looking for talent. You're looking to connect with other folks that are already in the game. That's where you need to be. Market Centers graciously opened up their doors. They're one of the other entertainment venues in the city. They're always looking for help. They need sound. They need lighting. They need design. They need admin. They need fun. That's the creative industry. That's the creative economy that's here in the city that we're helping to not only introduce our young people to, but then it goes both ways. We're introducing these companies and institutions to the talent pool that's right in our backyard. We don't got to go fishing all over the country all the time to just find what's right here in Milwaukee. And so this is a real big deal. We always talk about talent leaving the city. This is one of those ways where we can say, let's connect the dots and bring business to the community at the Market Center August 14th for the CEO sessions. And this is a big deal. And people are really excited to come and meet the Crash Dummies, come and meet Rob Swift. And we also have some other great special guests that'll be there. And we're bringing some resources so other people that, again, will come, you'll leave with something. It's not just some of you come and hear people talk. We want you to leave with something and gain something. And then the next day, Friday, that's the CEO session. That's strictly business.
Indoors.
Indoors. Strictly
And then
business,
on
noon to
Saturday.
4. And on Saturday,
We go outside.
we go outside. Peck Pavilion, outdoors, Market Center. It's a big festival environment where food trucks, we're community vendors, we're skateboard pop-up section where we bring ramps and rails. There's a live graffiti battle. They start at noon. They have to finish by 4 p.m. There's cash prizes on the line. You get to see walls go up. There's interactive art. There's a breaking battle.
Yeah.
There's a 1v1. They come from all over the Midwest, and it's a big deal. And they got cash prizes on
It's
the
the
line.
B-girls, the B-boys,
Beat
and
girls,
even a
beat
youth
boys. And there's
competition as well.
there's a DJ tent where, open DJ tent. You
turntables.
can bring your wax. If you're still doing vinyl, we love it. Bring it. Bring your laptop. Come and DJ. Just like an open mic, open DJ set. And we have
Main
live
stage
performers
lineup. Yeah.
going crazy.
Jam-packed.
Yo, it's going crazy the whole day.
It is family friendly. And here's what's really important to Fidel's point about being a city of cultural festivals. This is free. It's in the center of downtown. It's accessible. It's completely free. We work hard to make sure that that is true. Every time somebody comes and takes a tour of TRUE Skool or they hear about what we do, they say, "Where were you when we were a kid?" And so when we say we serve youth, families, and community, the Summer Park Jam weekend is one of the ways that we take all this amazing work from the basement of the avenue and we bring it out accessible for the entire community. It is fun. It is family friendly. It is affordable. It is accessible. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your family, come out and have a great time. Come get that knowledge on Friday, and then celebrate with us all day long on Saturday. And for our grand finale of the event, you want to announce the headliners?
Oh, sure. We have some legends coming in. Every year we bring in legends, not only our local legends that hit the stage and tear it down every year. We always try to bring in that intergenerational piece where we bring in like pioneer heritage level artists. Last year we had EPMD, GOAT level. They had never been to Milwaukee, hadn't traveled together in 10 years, and we had a historic storm.
Yes.
TRUE Skool brought the storm last year. It was a flood the same night of Summer Park Jam. This year we're bringing it back. And it's going to be amazing. We're bringing
Don't blame that on us. I'm
well,
sorry.
kind
Go
of,
ahead.
sort of. The West Coast legend Yo-Yo is coming, and Rod Digger and Sweet Tea, and the
Yes.
Odd Couple, which is DJ Rob Swift and Mr. Sinister.
Yes.
They're founding members of the Executioners. So do the knowledge. Go type in, Google all those names. Yo-Yo, Rod Digger, Sweet Tea, and the Odd Couple, Rob Swift and Mr. Sinister. They're legends in the game. Your favorite DJ's favorite DJ is coming to Milwaukee. Your favorites are coming to the city. August 15th, the Summer Park Jam weekend.
I love
This
it.
is the fun that you didn't know you needed.
There you go. And so if people are looking to get more information on Summer Park Jam weekend or just TRUE Skool in general, where should they go?
You went to our website at trueskool.org, TRUESKOOL. All social media is TRUE Skool 414. Again, TRUESKOOL.
Awesome. Well, thank you again so much to both of you for joining us. We know that Summer Park Jam weekend is going to be a huge success, and we can't wait to see what more successful stories come from TRUE Skool. Thanks
Thank
so
y'all
much,
for
guys.
having us,
Thank
man.
you.
We
Yeah,
love
we
joshing
appreciate it.
around with you all.
Absolutely.
Let's do it again.
I love it.
All right.
And thank you for
Peace.
joining us for this episode of Joshing Around Milwaukee. If you're looking for more info on Joshing Around, you can go to visitmilwaukee.org. We'll see you next time. All right, everyone. Thanks again so much for joining us for this episode of Joshing Around Milwaukee. If you're seeing this part of the show or hearing this because you're doing so on one of Visit Milwaukee's social media channels, we do appreciate that. We're having a great time with Fidel and Shalina from TRUE Skool. And thank you again to both of you so much for being here. this is the part of the show where Josh asks his big question. Josh, take it away.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the two of you know probably better than anyone the type of energy that's in the city right now, right?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of cool things happening, a lot going on. At Visit Milwaukee, we like to say this has got fresh city vibes, right? So the city's got that fresh vibe. So what's giving the two of you fresh city vibes right now?
Go ahead.
Me?
That was a
I
big
want to
exhale.
say the TRUE Skool Summer Park Jam weekend. I think if you want that fresh city vibe, there's nothing more fun, authentic, and as unique as the Summer Park Jam weekend. And it's downtown. It's in one of our parks. I think Milwaukee parks in general are such a huge asset. So whether you're just there taking your kids to the playground or enjoying all the live music that happens around the city, whatever it is, just like getting outside and enjoying this very short season is so fresh city. But Summer Park Jam, August 15th, this upcoming Saturday, that's the fresh vibe you need.
I love it.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, you can't do the same thing.
Yeah, I can't do the same thing at
Yeah,
all.
she stole your answer.
She answered like it was well rounded, so it
I
was like
know.
the whole summer was in there. And I don't know. This might be a fresh city vibe, but I think Milwaukee being at the center of these conversations in politics right now is a fresh city vibe. Milwaukee is always in the news for something that is interesting politically, and it always gets the people going. It gets the people talking. It gets the people engaged. I think that is very much a fresh city vibe for Milwaukee to be at the center of this statewide conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's bring some fresh city vibes to communicating about what our state and city needs. I think those fresh city vibes of engaging with each other about what's important, and not just not personality, but what's the things that are important for us. That's fresh city vibes.
Yeah, for sure. We like to think like, Milwaukee needs to be the epicenter.
That was the most politically correct way for me to say all of that.
Yeah,
All right.
you nailed that.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
it was
good.
good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Good.
No, yeah, it's couldn't agree more. Those are both two fantastic answers. You guys both passed.
I was just waiting for like your favorite custard shop, but you brought it.
Yeah. You guys brought
But
it.
on all seriousness, your favorite custard shop.
Oh, see, then he's.
Yeah, see, that's
So this is political
I'm gonna
too.
go for a
yeah,
boat.
exactly. You see,
I'm gonna talk about boats.
I can't even do it. I can't even do
We're
it.
going for boats then. Get on a boat.
Get on a boat.
Ooh.
I'm
Yeah.
talking to myself. Get on a
Yeah.
boat. Shalina, get on a boat.
All right. All right. I won't make you answer the custard question.
They're all so good.
Yeah,
I know.
That's-
Now I'm hungry.
yeah, they're all good in Milwaukee.
I don't want
That's
somebody
what
to be
he
like,
does.
we're not donating to TRUE Skool anymore. Any
That's
custard
true.
on a boat.
That's right.
There you go.
That's the one.
That's right. Let's stay everyone's friend. All right. Well, thank you so much to both of you for being here. Again, we really appreciate it, and we can't wait to see the continued success.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.
Likewise.
Thank you.
All right. And thanks again to everyone joining us for this episode of Joshing Around. As I mentioned before, if you want to learn more about JAM, you can go to visitmilwaukee.org. We'll see you next time.
Two Joshes are better than one.